Monday morning. I'm out here on Labor Day weekend. Not a professional rider or anything like that. I'm just a dude with a mountain bike that is went out and bought a GoPro. But anyway, I'm gonna show you guys some of the trails today out here on the East Valley Trail System by Madras. I came out yesterday and rode a little bit, and it was a lot of fun. I tried to get some footage yesterday also, but rookie mistake of the GoPro. It was on my chest rig and it was pointed down a little bit too much. So I got a little bit of good footage I'll add later in this video as well. But I'm going to try to show you guys the rest of the trails today. Hope you enjoy. So I went down this one yesterday, and I'll get video of it later, but it's pretty cool. There's it's not so technical per se, but it's really easy, but there's a lot of like bones down there. Like I said, you'll see them a little bit later in the video. But this is Gut Punch. I haven't been up this one yet. Then right next to it is Sucker Punch, which is more technical and it's downhill only. So out here there's a lot of two-way trails, but there's a few just straight down. I came down one, I'll probably come down again later, called Galleon Stallion, and there was no real drops or jumps or nothing, but it was pretty steep, so you know, they labeled it a single black. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and climb Gut Punch. It's not really too exciting, I don't think, so I'm just gonna go ahead and turn it off. So I think this is the beginning of Sucker Punch, or at least like a little additional trail. I don't know if it's just a single feature, but I don't feel like climbing all the way down, climbing all the way back up for that. But I mean, it looks like you definitely want to stay centered on that one. I mean, it's not too narrow, but I mean, like, you get out here on the edge, there's not much really holding it on. So yeah, we're gonna keep going. Get up to almost the top. It's not quite the top. This is just like a kind of staging area, I guess, of where the more downhill extreme runs, I think, are over here. I haven't been down the other side yet. As far as, like, there's quite a few more trails in the next little gully over, but this was kind of the top of this side, you know. And once you get to the top of Gut Punch, you have the beginnings of White Buffalo, and I haven't been down that one yet. And then also Coyote Run. I'm gonna take a quick break, and I'll switch you back on when we're going down Coyote. I'm not gonna take any of the jumps, because I mean, unless it's small, just because, like I said earlier, I'm not really trying to hurt myself out here. I'm out here by myself right now, and as you can see, it's not much other than coyotes and vultures out here. So bring a buddy. Well, apologize, I lied to you. Coyote Run is actually just pretty flowy. As you can see, there wasn't very many jumps, but White Buffalo, there's two lines, and I think I'm gonna go back up to the top from here, so I'm not all the way at the bottom. But I'm gonna come down White Buffalo, and I'm pretty sure that that's the jump line. So yeah, stand by, you'll see jumps hopefully. Like I said, this is only my second time out here, so I haven't ridden nearly half of the trails that are out here. But anyway, I'm gonna get back up to the top, and then I'll turn it back on. So white buffalo has the large gap jumps. Reline, not 100% sure. So like I said, I'm not going to take any of the jumps, but I'm going to go down it. So well, we made it all the way to the bottom already. I mean, they're not super long lines, but as you can see, they're super fun. And we made it back up to the top. Oh, by the way, like this is, you gotta climb. You know, sometimes there's a little bit of hike a bike. It's not terrible, but I mean, you got a downhill bike. Be prepared to, you know, not have a lift like up at Mount Hood and Ski Bowl to take you up and down. It's well worth it though. I mean, this is fun, and not only that, but not a ton of people are out here, so it's just me. So one of the car in the parking lot, I don't know exactly what they're doing. Looks like I'm not the only one to have done that. I think another layer of bricks is needed on that one, but that's still fun. Tell I also forgot my water bottle that fits, but it works. I went back down to the Valley of Bones. It came out a little bit lower. I'm going to go ahead and head down to where it meets up. So there's like a couple more runs in there. I'll probably go down them a little bit later, but right now I'm gonna go explore the other side. This is, I came like right over there, and my car's back this way, and I went up basically past those trees and then came down and around and went up the hill and came down this side. But now the next section is like straight ahead of me, and they got a couple new runs that I don't think that are. I went up one called Mount Olympus, so it's not on the map, but it's got a sign, and it's definitely steep. It's kind of weird though, because it doesn't really connect with any of the others. You just kind of go up, it's a loop. But there's a couple other trails on this side that I'm gonna go ahead and go explore. I found a jump line called Strong Whiskey, and then another trail. I'm not 100% sure, just I don't think there's very many jumps on it, and if there are, they're small. It's called Mormon Mission. And I'm just gonna kind of slow roll Strong Whiskey so you guys can get an idea of what's on it. The jumps look pretty good size. Not too keen on hitting any of them by myself up here, but well, maybe. Well, if you're a jumper, it looked pretty fun. So where it comes out, like you'll see coyote. Well, you'll see a trail. You almost miss this little skid trail type thing that gets up to the top of Mormon Mission and Strong Whiskey. So if you just kind of go up the hill, kind of to where you see the jumps, you'll see easier track to the left, and you take that to get up there, and it's not too bad. I mean, it's a pretty quick ride down, but it looked like it had some pretty good jumps. If you're a jumper, it would be a lot of fun. But there's some big rocks too, so be careful. And I'm going to continue on up this way. Came up a run called Twin Snakes, and it's super easy, but it looks like they have some unfinished drops up here that they're putting in. Either that or they're finished. They just haven't really been ridden enough for the landings to be very stable. But yeah, I mean, they look pretty good. I'm not confident in myself and all those rocks down there to hit this, about a 6 foot drop or so, and not wipe out and hurt myself. So there's a shorter one too, which has, I don't know, maybe like a 3 foot drop, which isn't very bad. The landing is still soft, needs to be ridden, packed down, watered. But yeah, there's a couple new features that looks like they just put in. So I just made it to the top of Twin Snakes, and it looks like it puts you out on top of the ridge that the Coyote Run and Galleon Stallion and the White Buffalo runs all go down. So yeah, if you want an easy way to get up to the, I mean, it's a little bit longer, but you want an easier way to get up to those runs, and take Twin Snakes. They'll take you right up the ridge. I'm gonna go explore the other side, which is off the back side of that. One's called the Gully or something like that. But yeah, so you basically have the whole west side. So you have a ridge over there, and then you have the ridge in the center, and then you have another ridge that's more of a mountain. It's called like Peekaboo Mountain. Run is over there. It's like a berm mountain or whatever. But I'm gonna go check that out. It's right straight in front of me. On top of that, I was up there yesterday on the other side. There's a barbed wire fence to keep you out of going where you're not supposed to be going. But there's also horse trails up here too, and they do a really good job of directing you on like which ones are made for horses and which ones are made for mountain bikes. And it's really nice to have, you know, biking trails that are not, you know, impeded by horse traffic, and just be aware that there are horses and sometimes you do cross over the trails. So there are signs, so they're pretty good about the signage up here telling you where to go and what's rideable for horses and what's rideable for mountain bikes. But yeah, let's go down this and check it out. It's gonna be pretty quick down to the bottom, but I haven't been over here before, so we're seeing it together.